Aloha and welcome to Mana Inspiration with yours truly, Note Endurance. And like always, we're going to have our weekly scripture. This week's scripture is in Romans chapter 12, verse 12, which states, "Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer." Now, I heard this scripture over a message that my brother Ryan did about patience at our men's breakfast. Now, this inspired me to write this message. So, thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Now, it also reminds me that we're talking about patience. It reminds me of what I'm learning to do, and that's to drive standard. Now, anybody that's learned to drive standard or stick, they know that it takes patience. You have to figure out the clutch. You have to figure out the balance with the gas and the brake while still shifting and still driving and avoiding everything else around you. At first, it becomes a little bit overwhelming because you don't know what you're doing, the process it is. As you keep, I would say, in that hope of wanting to drive standard, it starts getting a little bit easier. But it also comes with the obedience. If we don't do it over and over and over, then we won't have the patience that it takes to overcome this mountain or this hill we're trying to get over. Now, it takes a lot of patience, and even it out with drivers on the road, with just trying to get from A to B. Robin Sharma said this: "Please remember, amazing takes time. Legendary requires patience." So without this patience and this obedience, we're left with this frustration. When we practice this patience with the obedience, it starts to overcome our issue, our problems. Now I ask you, what are you not being patient with? Just like me, when I was trying to learn how to drive standard, or still am, I began to get very impatient, especially when you start stalling out and it doom, 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 and it just conks out. After one, after another, it gets frustrating. Now you have to take a step back, breathe, and start over. I think that's everything in life, especially when we get overwhelmed with things that we're trying to figure out, maybe for the first things, or first time, I would say. What are you not being patient with? Could it be your progress? Could it be your attitude on not getting over this? Could it be, I would say, your patience with others? What causes you to want the instant access of not being patient? And I think that the more we are in this world, the more it causes us to be impatient. And if you want examples, just take a look, drive on the freeway. You'll see how much people is impatient in getting from A to B. Sometimes the patience and the obedience will get you there safely. So that's what I ask you. What is not, or what are you not doing to make yourself patient? And if you are, what's continuing that patience? In the end of the scripture, it says, be constant in prayer. By calming yourself down, by saying that prayer in consistency with maybe losing your attitude, maybe with others, maybe just with your situation. But that taking the step back, taking that breather, being patient, it helps with the whole outcome of your situation. And something about being patient reminds me of being in the gym. You know, everybody wants to have those muscles overnight. But it doesn't take overnight. It takes years to develop the constant obedience of being in the gym, constantly pushing yourself to that next level, constantly have that patience of seeing yourself in that mirror, wondering, when am I going to get these gains? The gains come with the patience, come with the obedience, come with the surrender of rejoicing in hope, being patient in that tribulation, and being constant in that prayer. That way we are able to overcome. On that note, I want you to really pay attention to what's not keeping you patient, what's making you lose your patience, what's making you gain this patience. And me, it's with prayer. On that note, I say pray, be patient in those tribulations, and rejoice in the hope that you are wanting in the outcome. I love you guys. Aloha. Salute to the troops. Like the message, subscribe, share with others. But like I say in every Mana Inspiration video, we are here to get through this thing called life together. Aloha again. I love you guys. You guys have a blessed week. Thank you.